Hello, everybody. We are back, and right now I have with me the most fabulous, fantastic, scrumptious woman I have met in a long time. And her name is Laureen Card, and Loreen has shared her story in Sacred Heart Rising, Finding Your Wings. So I will let Loreen introduce herself and tell you a little bit about her fabulous. Loreen, it's up to you, girl.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Wow. I'm so excited to be here. We've waited a long time for this day, and I'm just so grateful to everyone who's tuning in, who's here, who's a writer, who's been part of this, and especially to you, Brenda.
Oh.
Me, my name's Laureen Nowland-Card. I have wanted to write for quite some time and didn't think I could write a whole book. Not yet.
Yeah.
And when I had the chance to write one chapter, I thought, you know what? I could write one chapter. I might even be able to write more than one chapter, but I can definitely write one chapter. So I've been really excited to be part of this because it was so much easier than I thought, and so much more meaningful than I thought. So I'm really excited to see this come to fruition. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us in one sentence what your story is about.
My story is about reclaiming childhood essence.
I love that.
Yeah.
I really love that.
Thank
So
you.
what made you finally decide to share your story? Besides me twisting your arm.
Yeah. Besides that, and you're really good at that. But
Thank you.
well, I think we, I don't think I'd be going out on a limb too far if I said that a lot of us have secrets in our families, and secrets. Well, they say secrets make you sick, but also secrets bring on more secrets. And I have two kids, and I have a large family outside of that, and I don't want there to be any secrets. And there's a secret that I have from my life that I've never told publicly. And me telling my secret, I believe, will empower other people in our family to tell their secret. And it was just time. It was just time that this story be told. So that's why. Mm-hmm.
How do you feel after you've now told the secret?
Well, today's an exciting day because everyone else will read my secret.
Yes.
So I'm about to feel that on a whole other level. But so far to this point, everything has been really positive. The people in my life have been really supportive. I felt really freed, a sense of freedom and relief when I wrote the chapter. And I actually touched into some things about me as a child that I had kind of forgotten. So it was a blessing to be able to write it. And once it's out there, it is its own creation, and I will just be along for the ride. I'm not trying to control it. It is what it is, and
Yes.
and we'll see what happens.
Well, and you and your mom talked about you writing your story, and your mom was very much in your corner, which is so fantastic to have somebody in your corner who's saying, you need to share it, you need to talk about it.
Yeah, I think I'm really motivated by helping other people. So the thought that, my mother said to me, this story needs to be told. And not just for you, but for the other people involved. So that was why she felt it would be time. And so that really motivated me to really step up.
That's good. Because it is the story is about us, but it's also about the abusers, and it's about a variety of different things. And when one goes to share their story, it's your story, but there's still other things that are in play all the time. And to have the family support that you have had during your journey is phenomenal, because lots of people don't have that. They don't have that family support, and they're out there. So I applaud you, Mom, for deciding that this is a story that needs to be told, because it is. It's a story that happens to a lot of little boys and little girls in this world. And I think awareness is the only key to getting it to stop. And once we start talking about it, then things can change.
Yeah. And I also wanted to be an example. I've been a lawyer for 22 years, and I've been a criminal lawyer as a prosecutor. So I deal with a lot of people who have been victims of these secrets, and including children. And they look at me. I know they look at me and they think, "Oh, she's got her life all together, and I'm a role model." And they don't realize that I come from the same place they come from.
And that probably gives you the empathy and the understanding.
Oh, definitely. But I also want them to know that they can be where I am in the future. If that's their dream. They may have much more lofty dreams, but the fact that a person has had this kind of thing happen to them doesn't mean it's not the end of the story. There's a lot more story left. No. And there's a lot more for them to do. So I think anytime somebody who's seen, who's thriving in the world, and when we find out, they had some hard times, that it's a chance for us to realize that we too can thrive.
Yeah, we can take all of that negativity and turn it into something positive, and we
absolutely
not have to let it control us, and we do not have to let it consume every waking minute of every waking hour of every waking day that we have. And so many of us, turn to drugs, they turn to alcohol, they have addictions, because it is hard to accept it, I guess. And for me, I didn't have drugs and alcohol that was readily available to me when I was a child, but I had horses. So horses became my I call my drug of choice. They're expensive.
Pretty healthy drug. Yeah, pretty healthy.
So, and I mean, that's what I say to everybody. If turn into something else. If you need something to keep your mind off of it, or until you cope with it, go to a healthy alternative. And it's not easier said than done. I know that for sure, but I have been down that road, and you've been down that road, as quite a few of the authors in both the books have been down that road, that they know that there is life after this. This isn't your life. Yeah.
No. And even if you take, the wandering path through healing, I turned to alcohol at one point as well. Yep. But even that's not the end of the story. There's a lot of story, but at some point we all have the choice about how we heal, or if we heal. And this was part of my healing. Telling my story publicly is part of my healing. And in a way, I'm in my 40s now, and in a way it's saying I own this part of me, and I reclaim it, and it's mine, and I'm allowed to tell my truth, and I don't care what anybody else thinks about it.
No, that's
my truth.
Yeah, it's your truth.
So that's my, that's a part of my healing process.
Yeah, we all take different ways to get to it. But in the end, if we all choose, we can overcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you have to make that conscious choice to want to overcome.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, I think what I really like about the Sacred Hearts Rising community is that it is a community. And, you know, once, not everyone will have the kind of support I have, but I'm able to give them my support, you know, because I'm there, and they're able to give me their support. And we're a community of people who are healing together. So, yeah, that's a big part of why I chose Sacred Hearts Rising to be the book that I told my story in.
Thank you. Yeah, the Sacred Hearts Rising community is pretty special because I mean, we get it. We all get it. We've all got that story. We've all decided to take the path of sharing our story publicly to go on to the journey of healing, and we're all there together, and we're all a strong support system for each other. We don't, you know, see each other all the time because we live across the country. But if you ever needed anything, you just post it onto the Sacred Heart site, and boy, I'm telling you, you have people there that are right there to, you know, be your champion and to be your support system. So it is a phenomenal community. Yeah. I'm very proud of all of the authors that are in it. Like, you know, they're all very special.
Yeah.
So tell me, Loreen, what would you say to somebody who is contemplating, should I share my story or not?
It's a very personal decision. I think that we often get a kind of a response to that. Our first response is usually the true response. So, you know, when you said to me, you know, I'd like you to write in this book. My first response was, hell yeah. Yeah, let's do that. And then came all the other things afterwards, like who's going to read it, and what will they think, and what will I say, and, you know, all that other stuff that starts talking back.
All of the little,
all the little details, right? And I think that, you know, I go back to, that's just the stuff that wants to keep you safe. You know, that's the part of your brain that's telling you to stay safe, play safe, but it's not going to take you outside into another level of healing. So I chose not to listen to, I listened to them. And then I said, you know what, this is more, I fall on the side of wanting to step up to this space now, and I'm ready for it. I think if a person had an immediate no, hell no, you have to listen to that and find out where that's coming from. Is it coming from inside the person, like it's your voice? Or is it coming from outside where it's like, oh, it's my mom's voice, it's my grandma's voice, it's my father's voice, it's my sister's voice? Where is it coming from?
Yeah.
Because it's such a personal choice. And if you're ready, step up. Like, don't let all the little details get in the way of real healing and evolving your story into something bigger and better.
I agree. You have to, you know, invest in your soul is what I say. Do yoga, we go to the gym, we do all kinds of stuff, but rarely do we want to invest in our soul. And I think when we share our stories, we are investing in our soul.
Yeah. And other people's too, right? Because like I say, it's not just about me, it's about my whole family, and my extended family. And the fact that I choose to tell my story is going to free them. And I believe that when we heal, like when one woman heals, if I heal myself, I heal my past generations and I heal future generations. Yeah. So I'm up for that. You know, if I'm the type of person who's ready for that, then why wouldn't I? That's kind of where I come from. Yeah. There's so much to be gained.
Yeah, it is true that when we do, and I've read it many times and I've heard it said many times that when you share your story publicly, you are now healing past generations, because abuse is a cyclical thing. I mean, it runs through families, just like alcoholism runs through families, and it may skip a generation or it may change people, but it is a thing that happens periodically through the generations of family lines. And I think when you stand up and you say, okay, it has to stop, then that gets flung back and you start that healing. And more importantly, you go for the future and you're healing it for your children and their children, because you were the catalyst that started the healing journey. And I think that is the most powerful thing that anybody could ever be in this world, is to be able to heal past and future traumas.
Absolutely. How powerful is that, right? Oh my God. That's like,
how powerful is that?
Superpowers.
Yeah, we all think it's about us, but it's not about us. It's about so much more than just us. You know, it's amazing. So, but I thank you, my dear.
I wrote my story. I was going to say, I actually wrote my story thinking my daughter would read it. So someday I know my daughter will read that. And in a way, it's like leaving a legacy. So, yeah.
I think a lot of us do. I think we write our stories because we don't want to tell our children really necessarily what has happened. But one day when they're old enough, they want to be able to read it. And I know my granddaughters want to read my story. I say, you're not old enough yet. You're not quite old enough yet. You're a little bit older before you can read it. You know, but I know that they want to read it. And when they read it, it gives them knowledge and it gives them power, because I can guarantee you that they're not going to get into the same situation, because they'll have read what has happened and the repercussions and how long it takes. And so they will be forewarned. And that is an amazing, amazing thing to be able to give our future generations. So,
yeah, totally.
So thank you, my dear. We are winding up somewhere along the day. I don't know where our book sales are at, but they are pumping along as they can be, I guess. And I love you for being in the book, and I'm looking forward to hearing and seeing you at the summit in May. It is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, I can't wait.
And you and I have that secret thing going on for the authors on Friday, and they don't know anything about it. So
yay.
I'm becoming known for all of these secrets that I keep holding and all of them. And they're
good secrets. They're good secrets.
They are good secrets. One of the ladies said, I can't wait, because she says, I know you have all kinds of secrets for us, and prizes for us and things like that. So yes, I do. So
you're so very generous. Thank you, Brenda.
Well, you are welcome, and we will talk soon. And thank you very much for taking time out of your busy day to connect with us today on this very special day of our Sacred Heart Rising Finding Your Wings book launch.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Loreen.